Welcome to the step-to-step tutorial on how to import data in MCDB using the HEURIST interface. My name is Nora van den Bos, and in part 2 we will learn how to enrich existing data in the database. For this session, we will be using this specific file, which contains persons that already exist in the database and has new information on this person. This file is almost the same as the one in the previous video. Just like the previous file, we have gender and the titles, as well as the sources in which the person appears. The only difference is the person HID column, basically short for person HEURIST ID, which is just a column containing identifiers of persons records in MCDB. The goal is just to add new information to the existing files, among which is sources for persons and the different titles that this person holds. To start off, we have to go to the Populate tab, drag and drop our file, and select the correct parameter to parse the file. Analyze data. Everything seems good. You will notice that we have an additional step that didn't appear in the previous video on importing data, which is identifying the field. My file has a column that contains identifiers from MCDB. The name of the field is labeled HID, which prompts the HEURIST system to ask to which table the identifiers of that field belongs to. So knowing I have identifiers of person, I select person as the correct parameter. So let's continue. Next, I select the relevant table, which is person. And since I only focus on one particular table, I won't check any dependencies. So let's continue. So step 1, matching. We have two scenarios for the matching process in this session. You can either skip the whole process by clicking on Use Person HID, or you can select the fields below, which allows you to rematch your records in your dataset with the ones in MCDB. Since my file has identifiers, I will opt for the first option. Let's go. This brings us to step 2, fields to import. We make sure that the button Update Existing Records has been selected. Then I go and identify the relevant fields that I need to import. So I select sources for persons and then the honorifics. Everything seems going well. Let's prepare the data. As you can see, HEURIST gives feedback about the values of a specific columns, which probably is the honorifics columns, in which it has to contain terms that the database is using. So my choice is either to accept new terms into the term list that is used for these fields, or if there is any mistake that I can go out, like I have to say that I have to go back to the file and correct them. So let me show what needs to be added. Okay. Those are the new information. I will add the new terms of this field. If it happens that this field, if it happens that these terms are not good, I can always adjust later. So let's add 25 new terms to this field in the first column. Yes. I will make sure that the periods that are in the titles are a part of the terms. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do the same for this one. Yes. Same for also this honorifics. Okay. Okay. Let's prepare and see if we have a different feedback from the HEURIST system. Okay. It seems that it hasn't taken all the terms. That's not a problem. We will add them. So yeah, third time is the charm. Let's prepare the data. And see, now it looks like that HEURIST has imported new terms for the honorifics vocabulary list. And I can now start to update my records. So there are multiple options above, like you can add new values without deletion of existing values. Duplicates are ignored, which is the option that I will use no matter what. But if there are like situations in which you have to correct certain records and you know what you're doing, like my tip is always, if you want to replace values like it's offered in the second option, make sure you do it always one row per time. So it's not that you don't accidentally delete too much. There are other options that you can look at it, but that's for another time. Now, we are at the end, so without any delay, we can start to insert. Well, start to update. Okay. It will take quite a while. And success. The records have been updated. Let's have a look at them in the Explore tab. Go to Recent to see our updated data. Okay. So yeah, this was the video on how to reach existing data using the HEURIST interface. I hope you enjoyed this session and see you next time for part 3, how to import data that requires multiple tables.